can get some too today. All right, so here we go, fellas. Here we go. I'm going to give you these right away. Here it is. All right, so here's the key line I want you to get. A lot of men are avoiding healing. They see it as weakness or unnecessary or even feminine. But if you're human, listen to me, my brothers. If you are human born in a world of sin, you need healing. And ignoring that destroys your potential in money, sex, power, parenting, and who you are before God. So what I want to suggest today is the top 3 reasons why a man should make healing, that personal development of healing, the number one thing that he pursues in his life. So, it's funny. I do a whole presentation on this. I'm going to be doing it this weekend when I go to the DMV. I'll be in the DMV area this weekend speaking, and I'm going to be talking about how one experiences healing, and that healing actually is more valuable and more beneficial to a man than chasing success. When you chase healing, you don't have to chase success. Success will be a byproduct of your healing. As a matter of fact, you will be more likable. People will like you more when you pursue healing. And when you are likable, it actually puts you in rooms that you don't belong in. It actually gives you opportunities that you don't really deserve. It actually makes you more attractive to people. And when you are more attractive, when you pursue healing, it makes you more attractive, more likable. It opens more and more doors for success. All right. So here's the point number 1. The YouTube channel is called It's MyRon Live, ITSMYRONLIVE. So, brother, I know you got a lot of things you got going on, but if healing is not your number 1 pursuit, then I promise you are going to be a toxic person in the main 3 areas that you want, that you think healing has nothing to do with: money, sex, and power. One of the reasons why your money is funny, right? And why your sex life is dysfunctional, right? Or even addictive. And why your power, your leadership has a lid on it. And why your legacy is in trouble is because you ain't chasing healing. All right, here we go. Point number 1. Here's why you need to chase healing: the benefits, financial mastery, and money. The more healed you are, the more whole you are, the more self-aware you are as a man, it actually positions you to make more money. Many of you are hindering your ability to make money because of this thing right here called limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs is the number 1 thing that keeps people from making money. You don't have money because your mindset does not prepare you to make more money. And those mindsets, most of the time, were cultivated when you were a kid. They were cultivated through trauma. They were cultivated through experiences, through bad teaching, through personal fears, through whatever. That's what happens when you are not healed. Limiting beliefs. So men with unresolved trauma, according to the research, or adverse childhood experiences struggle with executive functioning. Woo, that's the cerebral cortex. That's this part of your brain right here. And long-term planning, impairing their financial decision-making. This is research. Trauma creates a vicious loop. Emotional pain leads to poor financial choices, which fuels more stress and further erosion of clarity. I heard one person say it like this: many of us are in a constant state of our nervous system being completely dysregulated. And so we are operating with the reptilian part of our brain, right? The survival part of our brain, the fear part of our brain. But scared money don't make no money. Lord have mercy. Here's what I want you to get. If you are blind in your emotional wiring, you'll be blind in your bank account. Healing brings clarity. So you lead, don't linger. Can I testify to you that I have made more money in the past 5 years of my life than I had made previously up until that point? Why? Because my mindset changed. Why did my mindset change? Because the limiting beliefs came crashing down. All the self-sabotaging thinking and behaviors that I had came crashing down. Why did that happen? Because I started pursuing healing, because I'm in therapy, because I'm in healing communities with other men. All right, number two, The second reason why you need to make, my brother, healing the number one pursuit of your life outside of seeking God. We don't even put God in those categories. God is first. We know that. But here's why healing should be the number one thing that you pursue in your life. The second reason, the first reason is financial mastery. The second reason is emotional presence or sex or intimacy. One of the reasons why you're failing in your relationships with the opposite sex, one of the reasons, my brother, why in your marriage sex is almost non-existent is because you have elevated sex more than you have elevated intimacy. And you cannot have healthy intimacy, whether it be emotional. And we know if there is no emotional and psychological intimacy, there is no safety. If there is no safety, there is no sex. Period. And that's why sex immediately goes out the window, because trauma, according to the research, disrupts the oxytocin system tied to bonding, reducing in father involvement and emotional intimacy, even if the man wants connection. Further involvement, I should say, and emotional intimacy, even if the man wants connection. Point blank, period. Brother, if you are not emotionally connected with self, connected with your spouse, connected, vulnerable, it will hinder your sex life. I am a living witness. That's how I got on porn, because I was not healed as a person, and my wife could see that, and I was no longer attractive to her from an emotional perspective, and she withdrew from me because I became toxic and dysfunctional. And so I had to get some help. Here's what I want you to get. You can't give what you don't receive. Lord have mercy. Broken wiring with your past women weakens your intimacy with the one that matters now. If you got body bags and if you got bodies in your past and all this baggage and all this other stuff that you got going on in your life, I'm telling you right now, it is going to impact. Who's trying to call me? It is going to impact your current relationship with your spouse. Many of you just can't even hear it. She's telling you, go get help. She's telling you, I've tried to talk to him. He won't listen. She knows that you won't listen because you're stubborn or because you're this, because you're that. And I'm just telling you right now, everybody around you can see it except you, brother. You need to get into a healing pathway so that you become more attractive. Point number three. Here's the third reason why you need to pursue healing more than anything else in the world, brother, and that it has direct benefits to money, sex, and power. The third reason is leadership and influence. Power. Research says men who experience post-traumatic growth often report transformative shifts in personal strength, purpose, mental toughness, and spiritual awakening. Here's the line I want you to get. Real leaders aren't made in boardrooms. They're forged in battle. Healing unlocks that resilience and authority that commands rooms and souls. Again, and I pointed this out. So much of leadership is relational intelligence and emotional intelligence, not how smart you are. Some of us are super smart, but we're probably on the spectrum. Some of us are so smart, but we probably have narcissistic tendencies. Some of us are so smart, but we don't have a relational and emotional IQ and intelligence. People all around us can see that we are self-absorbed. People all around us can see that we're self-centered. People all around us can see that we're insecure, but you can't see it because you think you're so smart. I want to recommend to you that you need to get into healing. Healing makes you a better leader because because leadership is about people. If you want to lead people well, be likable. How do you become likable? By becoming vulnerable, by getting healed of your issues. All right, I got a bonus for you because you know I always do 5. Here's bonus point number 4. Bonus point number 4 on why healing is the number one thing that a man should pursue and how it has direct impact on his money, his sex life, as well as his leadership. Research says that point number 4, it impacts your legacy and your relationship with your children. Many of us are trying to pass down generational wealth, but in fact, all we're doing is passing down generational trauma. Why? Because we want to address our issues. Trauma can pass biologically. Listen to this. Studies show epigenetic changes in father's trauma affecting their children's emotional and health outcomes across generations. When you don't get fixed, all you do is make dysfunction the curriculum of your children. That was deep. You missed that. The same research also shows that trauma reduces a father's involvement in his kid's life long term. And you may say, I'm present, I'm around my children. The real reality is you might be physically present, but emotionally, spiritually absent because you're unhealed and you're afraid to be exposed. You're afraid to be vulnerable. Honestly, can I be real with you? One of the ways that you know that you're experiencing healing is when you don't mind being vulnerable. See, the self-awareness that comes from healing, you get to a place where you don't even care anymore about people seeing your flaws. You actually realize that your flaws are battle scarred. They're worth your celebration. They are your testimony. They are the foundation of your strength. You don't have to be strong by not having issues. You realize that so much of your strength is connected through what you survived, connected through the lessons that you learned through failure. Oh man, guys, listen, man. Here's the line I want you to get. Your emotional baggage isn't just your issue. It becomes your kid's inheritance unless you fight to heal now. All right, last one. Number 5, spiritual connection. Yeah, your pursuit of healing actually deepens your relationship with God. So for those of you who want to get closer to God, get healed. Get healing. Spirituality, according to the research, and healing aren't just optional, they're prerequisites. Studies show strong spiritual well-being significantly lowers depression, anxiety, deaths of despair in men. Additionally, psychosocial spiritual healing correlates with greater resilience and life meaning. In other words, the closer you get to healing typically means you're getting closer to God. Here's the line I want you to get. Healing calls you into spiritual alignment. Without inner wholeness, your faith stays surface level and your power is limited. Notice what Jesus said. He says, I didn't come for the well, for those that are whole, for those that are completely healthy. Jesus said, I came for the sick. You know what his point is? There's no healthy, whole people out there. He said, I came for everybody, but I came for those that know they're sick, that know that they need healing. There's a lot of men out there who don't know that they need healing. They think that Jesus is talking to somebody else when he said, I don't come for the whole, I come for the sick. And there's some people probably like, yeah, man, they really need what Jesus has. I'm good, bro. You missed it. Like that joint went way over your head, bro. Like, no, everybody needs the physician. Everybody needs the healer. Every brother I know needs healing. And the ones that don't know they need healing are the ones that need it the most. All right. So you want more money? Get healed. You want your sex life and your relationship life with your spouse to get better? Get healed. Want to be a better leader? Get healing. All right. So listen, fellas, let me help some of you out. I've got this challenge that's coming up. It's called the Men's Breakthrough Challenge. Have you heard about it? Are you fired up about it? Do you know that it's coming? The Men's Breakthrough Challenge is 3 days of coaching to help brothers to get healed, to fix what they've been failing in. 3 days, I'm going to lay down life-changing principles. All right. Here's the information for it. The information for the challenge is the information for the challenge is here. Here we go. www.menswinningscircle. That's not it either. Hold on. Why do I keep giving you guys the wrong one? Oh, I see. I haven't removed that. There we go. Now, here we go. It's www.mensbreakthroughchallenge.com. Go and register now. Be in the room. But how about this? What if I told you there was a way that you could pay for your registration could be free? How about this? That I would even pay you to show up and to help other brothers to show up. Well, I want to share that with you now. I want to help as many brothers as possible to be at this challenge, which happens on August 11th through 13th. Mark off those days on your calendar. Say, I need to be in the room so that I can stop blocking myself from more money, more sex, and being a better leader, having more power. Here's what you do. I'm going to tell you right now how I can pay you to simply get brothers to attend. That's it. If you're a group, if you're a pastor, if you're a leader, if you're just a brother that's in a group thread with other brothers and you have a link and you want to, brother, whoever you are, if you are a woman and you're like, I ain't coming, but I want to help some brothers go and I don't mind getting paid to do it. I'm going to pay you 50% of the cost of each registration tier. So if you want to be an affiliate and make some money, and I simply pay you to get brothers to show up to the challenge, all you have to do is go to this link and get your own customized link to share with your community. Go to affiliates right there on the screen, .mensbreakthroughchallenge.com. Partner with us. Let me pay you to get brothers in the room. Now, why am I giving money away to get brothers in the room? Because I want brothers to be healed. I'm that serious about it. I know what this does. I've seen it work for myself and the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of men that have come in and out of the Winning Circle community. Every brother needs this. Stop telling yourself you don't need it. Not only do you need to be here, bro, you need to get as many other brothers to come here and let me pay you to do it. And when you actually come on the challenge, you will be eligible for a raffle that we'll have each night where you can win $300 cash. So I'm going to pay you to bring people. And then I'm going to pay you again if you simply show up and you bring the most people. How about that? This is for the Men's Breakthrough Challenge. I want to pay you to come and I want to pay you to bring people. How do you do that? Affiliates.mensbreakthroughchallenge.com. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. For more information, please visit our website, menswinningscircle.com. That is, menswinningscircle.com. Let's win in the things that matter.